Whether you have a green thumb, a brown thumb, or a purple thumb, we are talking about glorious houseplants today, and I am going to introduce you to my beautiful family of houseplants, and I'm going to share with you all of my secrets. Spoiler alert, there are no secrets. I'm just going to show exactly what I do to keep my plant babies happy, healthy, and thriving. Welcome back to Empty Nester Chronicles, and if you're new, welcome. We're so glad you joined us as we share the joys of our next best life. If you enjoy the video, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We'll let you know when we post another video. Now let's get started. Welcome back to my nest. My name is Sharonda. This is Empty Nester Chronicles. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here to join us today, and I am going to share with you some tips and tricks of how to care for houseplants. I'm going to introduce you to my glorious houseplants, and they each have names. So I am so happy to share with you what I do to keep them happy, healthy, and thriving, and also talk about the importance of having greenery in your home. And for those of you who don't think that you have a knack for growing plants, never fear. I'll show you how to decorate and add some life to your room, even with artificial plants. So if that sounds good to you, please stay tuned. If you like what you see, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, join the fun, and hit the notification bell. We'll let you know when we post another video. Without further ado, let me introduce you to my girls. By the way, does anyone else name their houseplants, or is it just me? If you do, let me know down below. First up, let me introduce you to Sadie. Sadie is the baby of our family, and she just joined us a couple weeks ago. Isn't she beautiful? I just love her already. Sadie is a snake plant, and the botanical name for the snake plant is Sansevieria trifasciata. Say that 3 times fast. It's native to Asia and Africa, and it has a distinct sword-like leaf. Snake plants are easy to care for and maintain, making them a favorite in small spaces, homes, and offices. What's unique about this particular plant is that it's one of the few plants that can convert carbon dioxide into oxygen at night. They can tolerate both shade and direct sunlight, underwatering, drafts, and dry air. So it sounds like they're pretty easy to maintain. They also don't require frequent repotting and hardly ever get infested. They're considered to be relatively safe, but they are mildly toxic if consumed. So the leaves of the snake plant are poisonous, and it causes some type of swelling and numbness of the tongue if you eat it. So it's best to keep the snake plant out of the reach of children and pets. Houseplants bring nature indoors, a touch of green that softens hard lines and strong light in our environment. Some plants are even rumored to bring us good luck. With that being said, allow me to introduce our next plant. Her name is Mercedes, one of the many plants known as the money plant or money tree, also known as the Pachera aquatica. I'm pretty sure I botched that name up. The money tree is a plant that requires bright light, not direct sunlight. When grown indoors, it's best to gradually introduce it to bright light so as not to burn the leaves. I generally water Mercedes about once a week, but girl, she is one of those thirsty ones. So I then follow up with a daily misting with this little doohickey. Is it cute or what? I got it from TEMU, and I'll have it listed down below. Okay, I have a really quick story time about the money tree. Legend has it that there was a really old man who was very poor. He found this odd-looking tree and decided to take it home. He propagated the seeds from the tree and planted them. He grew groves and groves of trees and sold them. And one day, he became a wealthy man. And that's the story of the money tree. Did you know that houseplants can even improve indoor air quality? I read that NASA discovered that plants purify air contaminants by pulling them into the soil, where the contaminants are then converted into food for the plant. I think that's amazing, don't you? Speaking of amazing, let me introduce you to Phyllis, my fiddle leaf fig, also known as the Ficus lyrata. Now, the fiddle leaf fig is native to Western Africa from Cameroon West to Sierra Leone, where it is known to grow as tall as 39 to 49 feet tall. Now, Phyllis is my sun baby, so I believe that if I hadn't moved her from the window with direct sunlight to this corner, I think she would have burst through this 12-foot ceiling. I admit that putting baby in the corner maybe slowed her growth a little bit. I may move her later, but right now I think I'm just going to keep her right where she is. So yeah, the fiddle leaf fig appreciates a warm, humid environment, a fair amount of water, and plenty of light. So choose a location away from air vents and drafts where the tree will receive plenty of bright, ambient light. I only have one real kid, so I always call him my favorite. However, you moms that have more than one may have said, I can never say I have a favorite. Well, in this case, I'm going to introduce you to my favorite plant. Meet Pearl. She is a golden pothos. Pearl is about a year and a half old. When I received her as a gift from my boss, she had about 4 leaves. When I repotted her and cared for her with just a little fertilizer, she completely blossomed into this beautiful specimen you see today. Pothos don't like to be overly wet, and they should be allowed to dry out before watering heavily. Pothos plants can live for many years with basic care, and they are super adaptable as various light, soil, and moisture conditions suit them. They're fast-growing plants, even indoors, often adding between 12 to 18 inches of length in a month. I love Pearl because she looks like a beautiful emerald ball gown, just like this one. Moving on, this is Zora. I named her after the author Zora Neale Hurston. Zora is a spider plant. The spider plant is popular and easy to grow as a house plant, and in fact, this one was super tiny. I just pinched her off of another plant from a coworker. I put her in this tiny little pot, and she loves this window so much that she's just grown, and I do need to repot her. I think I'm going to do that today. By the way, did you check out that cute young couple in the window? That's me and Big Boo over 30 years ago. We've been rocking together, and hopefully we'll rock for 30 more. So back to Zora. The spider plant is very distinctive because it has the production of baby plants called spiderettes, which dangle from the mother plant on long, slender stems resembling spiderwebs. As much as I despise the creepy crawly creatures, I love my Zora. Spider plants prefer direct sunlight but can tolerate lower light conditions. Avoid placing them in direct sunlight, as this can cause the leaves to scorch or turn yellow, and that has happened to us before. When repotting your plant, make sure to choose the right container. It's important to choose the size, material, and even color that's best appropriate for your plant. Good potting soil promotes healthy roots by providing a balance of proper aeration, nutrition, and moisture holding capacity. Nursery and garden centers carry an excellent selection of packaged potting soils, so you should never use regular garden soil in containers. Okay, so as I promised myself, I am going to repot Zora. She is in something way too small, and I'm using my cute little apron that I got from TEMU. It's waterproof, it's kind of a vinyl. It's got a cute little pocket in it for little tools, and it'll keep me clean during this project. I think it'll be a really quick project. I'm looking forward to getting everything done fast, and then I'll get back to introducing the rest of my plant family. So yeah, here's Zora in this tiny little pot, and it's so small, but when I brought her home not too long ago, she was very tiny. She shot up like crazy. And so I'm going to put her in this larger ceramic pot. It does not have drainage holes, but I am going to use some rocks that I got from Dollar Tree. Check out these cute little garden tools I bought. It's just a really inexpensive set. I think probably I paid $1 for it. Guess where? At TEMU. And, I'll have the link down below if you'd like to get one. It's really nice. I have the larger tools, of course, but this is really compact. I can just put it in a little spot in the kitchen. I don't have to go lugging out my whole garden set. So I really like it. And then here are the rocks that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to add to the bottom of the container to protect the plant roots from sitting in standing water. And here's my bag of potting mix I got from the garden center. I think Lowe's maybe. Anyway, you can get it anywhere. And it's got all the nutrients that the plant will need. I do add another little spike of plant food, which maybe is why Zora's so big right now. But that's what I like to do. So yeah, now I'm just going to transfer her from the smaller container to the larger ceramic pot. It's kind of tight. I didn't realize she had grown in that fast, and the roots must be stuck because I can't even get her out. Let me see. I'm just going to use this little tool from my TEMU kit to see if I can't help get it out. I'm back. Sorry, nesters, the lighting has totally changed because my battery went out. I had to restart everything, and this is becoming more drama than I anticipated. Let me speed the camera up just to fast forward through all the drama. One moment. Good gravy. Zora ain't playing. She does not want to come out of this pot. Gee, I'm starting to sweat. I'm dropping leaves and everything. Please stay tuned. What in the houseplants gone wild? I started to use newspaper, but I couldn't find any because who uses newspaper these days? So I figured, this will be an easy project. I'll be done in a snap. Wrong. All right, I got myself together. And I got Zora in the pot. I'm just going to continue to just add the planting mix to the pot and water it and put a little spike in there. And we're going to be done. I use Job spikes. Nothing fancy. I think I even picked these up at the Dollar Tree. But they really seem to work. My plants thrive on them, I think. And that's how it's done. Whew. Next, we get to meet Harriet. I named her Harriet because I like her hair-like leaves. It looks like she has a really fancy punk hairdo. Now, Harriet is a Dracaena plant. The majority of Dracaena plants are native to Africa, Southern Asia, and parts of Northern Australia. There are over 170 different species of Dracaena plants, and so I'm not exactly sure which one she is, but I'm leaning toward the Dracaena Lisa. But anywho, what does it matter? I'm just going to use the average instructions on caring for her, which are moderate to bright indirect light, but I've got her in the window right now and she seems to be doing just fine. So I'm just going to keep doing that. I water her once a week unless her soil is still damp to the touch. If it is, then I just simply skip a week. Next, let's move on over and meet Daisy. Daisy is my happy plant, and I think that's why I named her Daisy, because she's always thriving and ready to sprout new leaves. Daisy is an umbrella plant, or a Scaphola arboricola. Her kind originated in Taiwan and are known for broadleaf evergreens that have 8 spokes that resemble umbrellas. Now, if it were growing outdoors in the wild, this could get up to 25 feet tall. Wow. It does have low maintenance, so a lot of people love to have umbrella plants in their homes, but please use caution because these are also toxic to dogs and cats, and we want to make sure we protect our fur babies. Hey, did you know? A study at the Royal College of Agriculture in Cirencester, England, found that students demonstrate 70% greater attentiveness when they're taught in schools containing plants. In the same study, attendance was also higher for lectures given in classrooms with plants. We've reached the moment where I introduced my very last live plant for today, Gladys. Gladys is a Monstera deliciosa plant, or Swiss cheese split-leaf philodendron. I named her Gladys because she always looks glad. Her leaves are always a lush, healthy green, and her stems are always sturdy and strong and standing out like they're waiting for you to come in for a hug. The Monstera deliciosa plant is native to Mexico and then south down to Panama. They require warmth and humidity, partial sun or dappled light, and they need acidic or neutral peat-based, well-drained soil. They cannot tolerate salty soil or full sun. You want to give balanced fertilizer 3 to 4 times a year. Well, that's my live plant family. They bring me joy, and I love caring for them because they promote a healthy environment in my home. Well, you might say, well, that's nice, and I'm glad for you, but for me, I cannot keep a plant alive to save my life. Well, I got you. Take a look at some of the fun, creative ways I found to sneak artificial plants into cozy little corners of my home that receive very little light or absolutely no light at all. And if you're digging my lady face vases, guess where I got them? Yep, TEMU. I will put the link down below if you're interested, and you can even use my coupon code. If you have never used TEMU before, you will get 30, yes, 30% off your entire order when ordering from TEMU. And for all TEMU shoppers, if you load the TEMU app onto your phone, you can get $100 in coupons from TEMU. And for anyone who might be wondering, this was not a sponsored video. TEMU did pass on the links for me to share with you so that you could get the same discounts and savings that I did. So yeah, I made all the purchases with my personal hard-earned cash, and I really love the products I got. I hope you do too if you make a purchase. So if you've lasted this long, thank you. I'm so grateful that you watched my video. Thank you. And I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. If you like the video, hit the like button and hit the notification bell, and I will definitely let you guys know when I post another video. I wanted to show you Zora's new home. Doesn't she look comfy and cozy? Atop this glass table by the window. I'm going to leave her here for a little while. She looks so comfortable here. I don't know why she put up such a fight. But you know, sometimes we do that because change is hard. What do you think about my little peace stone here? I thought this was a nice place to put it. And hope for the best. But I have sent a couple of plants to their early grave in my day, so I'm not gonna lie and act like I got it all together, because I don't. But you know, if you enjoy something, you fail and you pick yourself back up and you keep trying, and that's kind of what I do with my planting. So I wanted to let you know, by the way, this is the next day from when I planted Zora in her pot. I wanted you to see how she turned out and that she's nice and comfy in her new home. And I'm going to keep her in there for a little bit. She's growing so fast, I don't know. I may need to change her again real soon. I think I'm going to put her in one of two places, either as a hanging plant or as on a pedestal, because she's a spider plant. You know, they get real poofy and pretty, and then they grow spider babies. They have these little trailing branches that look like spider webs and babies, which I hate. Spiders, don't tell anybody, but I can't stand them. But I think those plants are really pretty. So anyway, it would need to be on something other than that table to really, you know, show out. And so eventually that's what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out. I have a little bit of time, hopefully, before I have to make that decision. So I'm gonna close out here, but I wanted to remind you to, if you like any of the items I got at TEMU, use my link down below and you can access all the products that I purchased. The prices may be different because, you know, TEMU's prices change all day long, every day. But then also, if you are brand new, you've never used TEMU, you can get 30% off of your first order through the link that I have down below. And then for everybody, it doesn't even matter if you are new or have been ordering on TEMU, you can get $100 in coupons if you load the TEMU app, and the link for that app is also down below. So 2 ways to save, and plus, you know, of course, the prices are super cheap anyway, so it's a win-win, I think. Okay, that's enough. I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. If you like the video, press the like button and hit the notification bell. I promise to let you know when I post another video. Until then, take care of yourself, and please take good care of someone else. Bye.